Tucked away on the southern tip of the Kenai Peninsula lies Homer, Alaska. This charming seaside town offers visitors spectacular views, wildlife encounters, fresh seafood, and local booze. Let's get tipsy, y'all. If you're new around here, I'm Sam, and this is my husband, Chris. We've been traveling across North America in our RV since 2019 and are currently exploring Alaska this summer. Yesterday, we packed up our home in Valdez and drove 10 hours to Homer with a brief stop in Anchorage. Once we set up camp, we decided to explore the Spit. The Homer Spit is a narrow stretch of land that is 4.5 miles long, known for its commercial harbor, unique shops, restaurants, and the abundant wildlife. Looking for a quick and easy bite, we went to Glacier D Burger. Housed in one of the oldest cabins in Homer, the Salty Dawg Saloon was built in 1897. The iconic lighthouse was added to the structure 60 years later, and today this bar is an institution. This cash-only bar has an estimated $11,000 on the walls and ceilings. A quick 15-minute drive outside of town is the Viewpoint Skyline Drive, where you can get an aerial view of the Spit. Despite Homer being a smaller town here in Alaska, they actually have an alcohol trail. This includes a meadery, a cidery, a fruit winery, and 2 breweries. Grace Ridge Brewing is a family-owned microbrewery located 10 minutes off of the Spit. We split a flight and enjoyed all the beers we tried. Next up, we went to the Cannery, known for their craft cocktails. On a clear weather day, they have a great view of Kachemak Bay right from their restaurant. But when we were there, they had happy hour with $2 oysters, and I couldn't resist. Good morning. We are walking towards our water taxi stop. Going to jump on the water taxi to take us over to Kachemak Bay. Now that is a state park located just on the other side of the water here in Homer. We opted to take a 7 a.m. water taxi that will be picking us back up at 11:30. Quick 30-minute taxi ride over here. Due to the tides, they have really dramatic tides here that actually can go, in terms of a difference, over 20 feet at a time from high tide to low tide. So given where we got dropped off, we actually have to walk additional half mile down this gorgeous beach to get to the trailhead. So we're gonna be starting at the glacier trailhead. We're gonna walk through the woods to get to the glacier. Then we're gonna come back on a different trailhead and actually get picked up way over there. Here we go. Where we had to get dropped off on the beach, it was about a 15-minute walk over here. We're both showing about 0.7 miles to add to our hike today, so I think we're a little bit later of a start. The good news is there's no one else here, except for anyone that might have camped overnight. So we're gonna start our hike, make lots of noise, because there's bears and bear warnings. So despite having to walk on the beach, we are 0.6 into the hike now, and we have really been, oh my God, look at that one. We've been walking along a very, very easily to follow trail, and there are bear droppings and bear paw prints, and we think a moose, maybe?
Just made it to the Grewingk Lake, and right behind it is the Grewingk Glacier. This glacier is about 13 miles long. It heads back up into the Kenai Mountains. It is just a absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous day.
Well, we would love to stay here all day. The time is very short-lived as we have a water taxi to catch. We scheduled for an 11:30 pickup. We have roughly 2 miles to get back to the pickup point. incredible day. Absolutely incredible. So now we're going to head back to the RV. We're actually changing campgrounds today. So we have to go move, and then we're going to come back out and explore more of Homer. Our boat captain suggested we try this little taco truck. We're on the way to grab it for lunch before our big day of drinking. So I ordered 1 rockfish and 1 halibut taco. We saw on their Facebook page today that the halibut came right off the spit this morning, so this is as fresh as it gets. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the halibut and see how it tastes. Okay, so I ordered it grilled, and it is so incredibly delicate. Jump on over to the rockfish, totally different taste. More full meat, for lack of better words.
All right, so I got the fish and chips, and quick confession, I've actually never had fish and chips in my entire life. I know, crazy to believe, but figured Alaska is a perfect place to start. So this is actually the halibut fish and chips crusted in a panko Parmesan crust. I'm not really sure how to eat it, don't have any silverware, so I'm just gonna dive in with my hands. That's super good. That panko Parmesan. Panko, pretty danko. That's delicious. What makes this place even better, in addition to the awesome food, is we're sitting on the top of a double-decker bus, and we've got mountains to my left, mountains to my right, mountains behind us. It is just a perfect place to enjoy some super fresh fish and some super awesome food.
We just pulled up to Homer Brewing, and directly next to them is a mama moose and a baby moose enjoying a midday snack. Founded in 1996, Homer Brewing Company is one of Alaska's first microbreweries, famous for its focus on English ales. We split a flight and got to meet a local. One of the popular dive bars here is called Characters, but our boat captain told us that before we go to Characters, we should pregame at this place across the street. It's called Alice's Champagne Lounge. Characters is a well-known dive bar in Homer, and you can say it has a lot of character. We played a few rounds of darts, and you better believe that I did beat Chris. Odin Meadery offers award-winning traditional meads, barrel-aged wines, and mead cocktails crafted with locally sourced Alaskan ingredients. If you're hungry, you can curate a charcuterie board from a selection of cheeses and meats that will pair perfectly with your drinks. While our time in Homer has come to an end, we're heading up to Soldotna for the night, which is about an hour and a half up the road. We'll be staying there, heading out to Cooper Landing. We'll be doing a hike in between before ultimately ending up in Seward. Well, we found all the mosquitoes in Alaska. We've heard legitimate horror stories about how bad they are, and we can say they are pretty bad. Anyway, 2-mile hike to Skilak Lake Lookout. We just started the trail. We've already found some bear scat. So I'm gonna end this video here and go make a lot of noise. We are 1.4 miles into the hike. We've gotten some views. As you can see behind us here, we stopped to put on more bug spray. It is awful. I think I've eaten at least 10 mosquitoes because I'm belting Disney and musicals. Overall, it's not a hard hike. It's really muddy and there's a lot of bugs. We made it to the top. It's actually really nice here, even though it's really windy and a little chilly. There's no bugs because of the wind, so we're gonna hang out here for a few more minutes, maybe get a quick snack, and then we'll head back down. So we're still on this trail, only us here, and we're walking down the same way we came, and we got down to this part, and there is very clearly another animal on this trail with us. We made it back in one piece. Not gonna lie, I did not like seeing all the moose tracks on the trail. I never want to encounter a moose. On a brighter note, it does look like the sun is coming out. We haven't seen the sun in a few days, so it's a nice change of pace. We are at Hidden Lake Campground. We're getting our rig cleaned up. We're doing dishes, getting ready to get back on the road as we head down to Seward.
Coming up next on Boozing Abroad, we travel to Seward, Alaska, charming coastal town and gateway to the Kenai Fjords National Park. In addition to hiking, we get up close and personal with some glaciers, meet a few more locals, and enjoy the local booze scene. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Thanks for watching.
Like your stash, babe. Falling. I was falling.